Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. And I'm back here with some more Horrific Visions Revisited, and today I'm going to be trying, at least starting off this week, with the 5-mask run here in Orgrimmar for week 2. So we don't have to worry about Long Night, at least for now, until we get to those 8-mask runs. So the masks I'm using in here are going to be Burn Bridge, Dark Imagination, Pained, Multitudes, and Vengeance. Basically, I don't want to use Multitudes, but I want to get a feel for how cramped this dungeon or this run is really going to be. Looking at my build, which the string will also be found down in the description of the video, I am going to be using the same one I did in Stormwind. So I'm going to have Salvo, even though I'm playing a Dark Ranger Marksman Hunter, and I am going to run with a pet just to continue to see if that makes my life easier. Maybe I'll drop it, maybe I won't. We'll just have to wait and see how this week turns out. And then my item level is 681. And then the gear is pretty much the same as it was last week, plus one socket from my vault this week. Yay! Anyway, that is pretty much the setup. And then, on the left side of the screen, that's actually a weak aura. Thank you, Glitch. And speaking of Glitch, a big shout out to him for posting his first YouTube video. There will be a link near the top of the description. He got a 5-mask run done on his boomkin last week. I'm so proud of him, and I hope you guys will check that video out and give him some love. Alright, so it's good to be back here in sunny Orgrimmar, right? Okay, so we're going to go over here to the left side, and we're going to see what color this bad potion is. So it is green, so I'm actually already correct. Ooh, I gotta be careful I don't walk over that. Gotta forget about that. Alright, so I'm going to squeeze around here. We're also going to see if there's a buff up in here, which he is not. So the buff is not in there, which is also where you can get the item that summons Gammon, so that means we have to go through over here, and there's going to be a buff guy in here. I'm going to still not have the pet out just for now. I'm going to dodge the breath, and then I don't remember what this buff is. All damage by 10%. Psh, I will take that in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, we are stuck here, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and bring out the pet, and we are going to start clearing a little bit of stuff. So time is moving a little slowly here, which is really annoying for us when we need a haste build. Alright, so I stood in the stuff. Don't stand in the stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and take out these guys up front. They will do a horrifying shot once they get to 50%. Oh, these guys are connected now. Or maybe they always were, I don't remember. Either way, I'm going to interrupt the shout, finish up the honor guard, and then the shaman can be rather annoying too. So when in doubt, stand still so you're not dropping the purple poop everywhere. That's something that's going to save your life, trust me. Alright, so I cleared that out. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And now I'm going to use my camo, and we're going to keep on moving. We shouldn't be seen if we just keep along the side here. I don't think this Ravager will see us either. Perfect. Going to keep going up the side here. That pack can get pulled or not, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to pull this guy. Could actually save my stuff now that I think about it. Oh, these stupid totems. Oh, I remember them well. Alright, I'm going to use my Exhilaration, and we're going to head over here to eventually to Rexar first. Because that's where you would potentially lust. But there's a huge time save. And in fact, I know for a fact there's even bigger ones thanks to Glitch Tech. So we're going to go ahead and pull this guy here first. He's going to do this push, an Orb of Annihilation, and then a push, so to avoid that. Dark Force, just move out of the way. It's just kind of like a frontal. I did pull stuff, but I'm just going to go ahead and send that over to the pet. Okay, that thing hits really, really quickly as soon as it, almost as soon as it lands. So I got to be a bit careful about that once I get into some of the bigger runs. And now we're waiting for her to spawn. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this group here. Just while we're waiting. Okay. Down they go. Perfect. Now there's another buff that can be right here, which it's not. There's a gate. Kind of like, it looks exactly like this actually. That'll be in there, but unfortunately it is not. We're just going to keep pulling. The Dominator is important because they have that touch of the abyss, and it's Think of it like Malzahar if you've ever played League of Legends. Lock you down, and that's all she wrote. Okay, going a little bit slow here to start out. I don't have as much experience here as I did in Stormwind after how much time we spent in there this last week. Okay. I'm gonna not use all my big stuff because I'm gonna do another big pull. In fact, I probably shouldn't have used my explosive shot. Alright, well. And the bugs on the side of the screen, that is one of the affixes. So I'm going to do this, and then the dude's going to come alive. And then I'm going to pull this group here. Perfect. Down they go. And I opted to not use my true shot there. I probably should have, if I'm being honest with you. But I'll have to use it in future higher runs. But Grong bit the dust. Rather him than me. So there will be a guy that comes out of the tailoring area. Over here, that's a bad potion, so don't that one. I'm going to stand here so the Madness Scorched Feet doesn't pop us the wrong way. Going to pop us backwards. And then we have one more, which is going to be the barricade in here. And if you're trying to get the bike made, there's an item that's going to be right on this desk that you want to pick up. But it's not there because I've already done it. All right, so we're doing really, really well. We haven't used an orb or anything just yet. I'm going to go ahead and use True Shot here just to keep it going. Should not have popped that first. So you have to burn through the shield, otherwise you're pretty much dead. There's the second one. It's every 33% of his health. Down he goes, and let's keep on moving. You can take the totem to go back if you'd like. But we have some unfinished business with Rexxar. We got split personality in here. And Misha is there as well. So Misha is an elite, which is nice. Got the retching that's going to come out here. Just going to feign death to get rid of that thanks to our talents. And when Misha dies, it's going to drop poop on the ground. I'm going to drop my... Going to get out of the circle. And that's where I drop my binding, which I apparently messed with. Okay, cool. Now, we're going to go ahead and skip a whole lot. So here comes the split. Okay, I don't want to go outside to where it puts me... Go right through here in the middle. There's a lot of stuff that can see you, but we should be fine. Now, like I've seen Glitch already, he can pull this, or like get past this entire place without pulling any of this stuff. So I just stay along the wall in the water here, and it seems to work out pretty well. I'm going to hold up here. Okay, go up this way. And Big Keech is over here, so if you want to start making the Void Panther, that's your guy. And then we have the Mine Hunter, which is actually an elite, but don't need to worry about that. We're just going to do the one single pull, but man, does this pull hurt. And I'm actually going to wait for this to go through. I'm just going to stand here, and I'm going to misdirect to my pet, and then you're off to the races. Here we go. I'm going to use a defensive. Like, seriously, this stuff hurts. And one of these things has like this nasty knockback as well. The stun. I'm still getting the hang of which one is doing what. I believe it was the Swarmer. Maybe it was the big guy. I bet it was the Venom Weaver now that I think about it. Let me look. Venom Weaver. That's the one. So that's your priority target. The other guy just has a knockback. Or like a headbutt, I should say. Alright, I'm going to let this go, and then I'm going to go in there and fight Rexxar. Get out of that. This one, I'm just going to try to blow him up before he kills me. Because those with the quills, they can wreck your day. But I've opted to just try to burst through them, and I usually do a pretty good job. And I'll save like a volley an explosive shot for that one. So all right, so that was our lust. At this point, I would then think about looking at my sanity level. I'll go ahead and pull this guy, and I don't believe that he's attached to anything. So the breath did not reach us back here, which is great. A volley coming out, so I'm going to stand back and move that. Move away from that. Toxic breath, that one didn't hit us, I don't think. But there we go. So that worked out for us. That's something that if you're wanting sanity and you want to pull just that guy, that might be worth it for you. Alright, so this is going to take us back to the entryway, and I want to have camouflage available because we're going to do the same skip we just did, only we're going to go to the other way where the buff was. For this run, at least. If I had cleared all this stuff, I would easily be able to skip it, or just mount up, but okay. There we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Right back through here. We already cleared the one guy that could see us, so I will probably get in the habit of doing that. And then that just brings us up to here. Now we are going to pull this stuff, which is fine. They're not always here. I've seen them here a couple of times so far. I did some 2 mask runs earlier just to get the lay of the land. Perfect. Finish up these guys. And since the buff was not there for us in the drag, we have another buff waiting for us. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use True Shot here just because. He has Surging Fist. You want to watch out for that. And then Decimator, but we didn't really see it, so we don't have to worry about it. I am opting to go this way first. Let's do it. Why not? This is the harder of the 2 areas over here. I'm looking at my I affectionately called focus bar. So my sanity bar is still pretty high. Dodge this. And we're going to have split personality, which will be really annoying in here. This pull here, be very careful because there's 2 dominators. What I would suggest doing is picking one of them off at the very beginning and then immediately going to the... Oh, there's actually 3 now. Did I get out of the circle and just missed, but that's okay. I survived. That I didn't realize there was actually 3 there now. I'm pretty sure there was only 2 back in BFA. I could be wrong, though. As my dad would say. I've slept since then. Yes, my dad is old. Okay. So, you got a couple of options. You're going to get over here to this Hulk. But I'm opting to go straight up the middle. We're doing just fine. This is a really good pace for a 5-mask run. Obviously, I don't know what it's going to look like with the other affixes. Back up here. You just don't want to walk where you just walked, basically. There's one enemy over here, which is an elite as well. Okay, so we've got a Dominator, so I'm going to focus the Dominator. Seriously, I fear the Dominator almost over anything else. They will lock you down, and then everything else is just circles to avoid on the ground. It's so much easier to avoid them if you're not, you know, locked down. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put a heal on the pet, and then I will actually pull this together. Got to get out of this. Okay, residue, you got to move. You just got to keep moving, and if you keep moving, you're fine. The fluid, and it's down. Okay, we got the appendages that are still hanging out. Ooh, oh, got one more. And then we're going to let the split personalities go through. Going to walk out of that. Yeah, these things are annoying. So annoying. You guys have heard me complain about it. Cool. That's not quite open yet. I will show you guys how to get the mount as well while we're in here. Alright. Split's happening. I'll walk through here. Watch the Dark Smash. Okay, I pulled some stuff. That's not the end of the world, though. Just keep moving. It's just slow, deliberate movements. Don't let yourself get caught, like, in the wall and stuff like that. Like I just did. Then dodge that. Alright, Grong is down. We're going to go ahead and go pick up Grong. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit my headset there. Alright, we're still on the first one. Like, we're still on the first orb, so we're doing really, really well. This guy has some, you will get hit by it, which is really annoying, his jumps. Howling Pain, just damage. He actually didn't do any of his jumps. He's supposed to jump, he'll put like a circle on the ground and then jump to it. You can't really get away from it, too much at least. So, I'm not sure about that one. But now we have the final guy of the zone. This guy has a couple of abilities, and I like to pull him here, if possible. Give myself as much room as possible. So, Defile Ground, that's a frontal, like a straight line frontal. Got Corruption, perfect, I didn't want to get screwed over there. You've got ads that come out, and then balls, so you want to avoid that. Defile Ground towards me, which unfortunately I got hit by it, and it hurts real bad. So, when the cast starts, that's something that I just needed to get practice again. When the cast starts, that's when you move, not after, because it's already headed to you. Okay. So, a little treat for you guys for checking out the video this far. As long as you have at least 2 masks, you can get the Wyvern mount as well out of here. So to do that, and this actually might be beneficial for you if you want the extra, ooh, that's cheeky. If you want the extra sanity boost as well, because I believe this is an elite. Once you clear the area, then this becomes available, and then you can walk over here. And so this is a low area, like a low sanity loss area, so you don't have to worry too much. So we'll take out these cubs, and no, they are not tameable. I already tried. Okay. Just going to keep doing damage. I should probably stand in that to get more damage. Oh, I see now. I dropped the poop on it, so I can't. Sneaky. And then I'm going to misdirect to my pet, and now the matriarch is here. Got Razor Winds, so dodge the Razor Winds. Gonna go on Grong. Unfortunately, time is moving much slower, which it hurts them and it hurts us, so it's, you know, not the end of the world. And you loot your mount. Congratulations on your new mount. And for us, now, we are just going to go, whee, and disengage back. My goal would be to actually disengage up there. It didn't work, but that's okay. Switch to my mount, go through the middle, and this is to the last section. And mind you, we still have not even gone through an orb yet. That might change once we get in here. But for now, we're doing quite well. Alright. So this is the lesser of the two, and we're going to be clearing out these totems. So there's definitely different totems throughout here. I actually don't think I need it. I think this is the safer way, if I remember right. Stupid hungering totems. You got to jump to get rid of the buggies. Perfect. Yeah, this is the safe way, is to go around this way. There's also, there's also going to be the crystals. The crystal dude is actually here. And this does get you our buff. So Bwimba, unfortunately she polymorphed me, and I'm standing in the poopy now. She gives us a decent buff, which her buff, I forget, is haste and movement speed. So if I had the choice again, I would come here first, because that is huge for us as a Dark Ranger, that haste. Okay, so I'm just dodging, not moving too much. That will happen. It will, like, freak you out. Don't freak out. You'll be fine. Alright, use your totem. Gonna misdirect again. And I'm just slow rolling this right now. You could save probably a lot of time in here. Dodge that. Alright, unfortunately I don't have a misdirect here, so I'm just gonna have to kill him. How about that? I'll interrupt that. The totem, as long as you have an answer for it, as you're getting pulled, it's just jarring. It's kind of like the executioners were in the previous vision. Not that they're necessarily hard, even though they hit like a truck. It's just very, very jarring when you get pulled like that. Okay, and then we got one more pull here. Interrupt the buffet. Let's eat. Jump. Okay. Now, we're to the final dude right now. He has 33 million health. I think we can do it. This one's a little bit different, though, than some of the others that we're used to. So, Hopelessness, you are going to take ping damage from this. And you're going to have to stand over here. And then there will eventually be waves that come out. And then the waves just kind of track to the boss. Had the bugs. The bug booty in your face. Sorry about that. The knockback kind of, or the knockback from Scorched Feet kind of hurt me there a little bit. But we're to the end, so this is a really strong run, and we cleared all this already. So I'm going straight to Thrall, and we are going to do this without using a single orb. Okay, this one can be really, really annoying. You want to kill the Void Boars, and you want to just try to blow him up as quick as you can, at least the way I've been doing it. So I'm going to precast this, and here we go. Okay, Defiled Ground. That's a frontal in front of us. There's Hopelessness. We just saw that from the other boss. So we just need to find the orb. And then he's going to be doing his different cone areas. Unfortunately, I got hit there. Got Hopelessness again. It's a little messy. Okay, Thrall, buddy. Defiled Ground. We want to dodge that. But down he goes. That's a 5-mask run done here in not super cleanly there at the end. Here in Orgrimmar without using an orb. So I think we're in really good shape to try to do a 5-mask run. So that is Mad World officially. I already received it one time. We got it again. We got both the BFA version and also the War Within version. So thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Be sure and follow me over at Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Eggplant. Yeah, I'm gonna push myself to do an 8 this week. I think I can do it. I hope you guys will stay tuned and see if we can make it happen. Best of luck in your runs, and I'll see you next time.